Jesus. In our gospel reading today, we are presented with Jesus' encounter with some of the Jews, Pharisees and the Herodians. During the time of Jesus, the Roman authorities under the headship of Caesar was in control. And so they requested of the people for every male, an adult male, taxes. So they were paying tax. And at that time, because the Jews saw the Roman government and authorities as foreign, they didn't quite like paying the tax. So there were reactions. All these stories about tax collectors and all that, why they hated tax collectors, men were being used as stooges among them. So they hated the tax. They didn't want to pay the tax. So they voted against the tax. Ordinarily speaking, they don't want to pay the tax. Now, they saw that as an opportunity to entrap Jesus, to catch him. Because they gathered, we are told by reading today, that the Pharisees and some Herodians, some Pharisees, they had a meeting, they discussed it for the purpose of entrapping Jesus. They prepared, if you like, what may be referred to as some question that was loaded to Jesus, so that whatever response Jesus gave, Jesus would be in trouble. Now, they went to ask Jesus the question whether or not to pay this particular tax. Now, if Jesus said it was okay to pay the tax, then the ordinary Jew would hate him because they didn't want to pay the tax. And if Jesus said it was not okay to pay the tax, then he would report him to the authorities, and then the Romans would catch him. So, knowing this, they came to Jesus to entrap him. And in their hypocrisy, came praising Jesus. You are from God, you don't respect man, you don't respect authority. We have a question, but please tell us. They were not really seeking the truth, they went to entrap him. So he said to Jesus, they put the question before him: is it lawful to pay tax to Caesar or not? Should we pay or should we not? So tell us, should we pay? Would they ordinarily obey Jesus? Have they been obeying Jesus so like Jesus told them? Now are they asking, should we pay or should we not? Jesus saw their hypocrisy, we are told by scripture today, and said, why do you put me to test? Let me see the coin. The money which you did pay the tax, I want to see it. And so they brought a coin to Jesus. And on the coin was that inscription, the image of Caesar. He said, whose image is this? And they said, Caesar's image. He says, okay, give the things of Caesar, or the things that belong to Caesar, and give the things that belong to God to God. By this, we are told they were all amazed. What was Jesus telling them? First and foremost, they couldn't catch him because of his intelligence and his wisdom. Secondly, he was saying it clearly that there was a big difference between Caesar and God. That Caesar is not God. He can never be God. He has never been God, and he will never be God. And again, he was saying them, okay, these things of Caesar, render to Caesar, monetary, whatever Caesar, but give them to Caesar. But you see, oh God, so he introduced the idea of God's supremacy. So when he talked about the image, referring to the image on that, inscribed on that coin, he talked about things that are ordinary, that the civil authorities have power over. And then when he talked about the image of God, talking about things that belong to God, we're talking about the image of God, which is the human person. Because every human person is created in the image and likeness of God. So you belong to God. Your heart belongs to God. Remember to give everything to God, your heart. So God is supreme. So he pronounced God's supremacy over Caesar and every other thing. These words of Jesus are things that we really need at this time. I have had to tell someone before, when the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic crisis was really very high when it just started with the lockdown. Someone who said, "Oh, the government has said we should close churches. Why do you close churches? Why do you listen? Oh, why are you afraid of government?" I laughed and said, "You have to render the things of Caesar to Caesar and the things of God to God." That you obey civil authorities does not mean that they are supreme. When there are issues that both the church and the civil authorities would legislate on, and in fact, the civil authorities have no power to legislate on the supreme matters of God. When they legislate on some of those issues, they have an extent to which they can legislate. For instance, when they said to us that we should have limited number of persons going to church, it is not because they want the churches closed. That's not the reason. It is because they want to prevent the spread of the virus. If you like, they want to help us who are Christians and also citizens not to fall sick, but to be well enough to serve God, and in ways and modes to serve God. So there's a big difference in that legislation. There's a big difference between telling us to stay healthy and not to serve God. They cannot say do not serve God. They can never say that, because the church will resist. They have no authority to say don't serve God, but they can tell you so that it don't spread the virus. Like we have the regulations of the time: keep social distancing, then wash your hands, wear the mask, and all that stuff, and then have limited persons in the church. Yes, they do this to enhance health and to help the people so that they would not spread the virus. So if you like, they are seeking the common good as well, and also what the church would like to do, ordinarily speaking. But they cannot say don't serve God. They cannot say don't worship God. That is beyond them, because that is a matter for the church and for God Himself. So we see that today in the reading clearly that God is supreme and no one takes the place of God. We must learn always to obey the civil authorities in matters that relate to them. And in fact, these days, you hardly find matters that relate to them where if they are cases of injustice, we don't have to. We don't have to. They are unjust. But when they make laws that are just, we have to obey them all the time. But that's why we have the church to act for us and to us as guide. So every now and then the church speaks. The church never keeps quiet. That's why I have the heads of the church, bishops of the church, come that every time they are communicating, they meet all of them like twice a year or so, come out communicates, trying to enlighten the people and guiding and guarding us always.